Hi, I'm Amy Shannon, and this is Amy's Banned Book Buzz. Um, I am a professional reviewer. I review on my website, Amy's Bookshelf Reviews. If you're looking for a review, I pretty much read most any type of book. This little video series that I'm putting together is about reading banned books, books that are people are trying to censor. And really, I am a big supporter of reading whatever you want. As an adult, I should be able to decide what type of book I want to read, what newspaper I want to subscribe to. And, maybe my neighbor would want to read something else. I also understand as, well, I'm a parent of grown sons, but I remember when they were younger, and I would read to them, and they would read books too. And I can't imagine not being able to have them be able to check out books that would interest them in school. There are a lot of books that are written specifically for children. And by the way, I'm a big supporter that if you haven't in a long time, I think all adults should read children's books, because they are not just teaching the ABCs or your kids how to read. And I think sometimes you should be reminded of what it was like to be a kid, what their perspective is. And moving forward, I have read plenty of children's books that have the subject matter is LGBTQ, maybe gender identity, having different types of family. There is no one typical family. I mean, they used to say father, mother, boy, girl, and that was like a whole family, but no one's family is like that anymore. Well, there may be some, I can't speak for everybody, but everybody's family is different. You could have a lot of people in your family and y'all live under one roof, or you could have extended families. You could have a mom and a dad. You could have two moms. You could have two dads. You could have your grandparents, grandma, and then there's one thing I can't imagine for myself is how it is to feel uncomfortable, not yourself with your own gender. I can't imagine that. But if I had children who were going through something like that, then I would want them to be able to read books that they could learn more information about it and feel that they're not alone. And that goes for everything. There's children's books for anti-racism. Why would you not want your child to read a book that teaches about humanity and, looking at people? Everybody is different. And that's kind of my sounding board, but I strongly believe in the First Amendment, and yes, there are certain stipulations in that, like yelling fire in a public building, movie theater, but writing a book and writing your opinion, writing a story, writing about the signs of the times. When did the Constitution change and say you cannot write this type of book? Heck, we have white supremacists writing their books. We have militia writing their books. We have politicians and celebrities writing about their life and, what they've done. And as an author, I should be able to write whatever I want. And I do. I did. I am more of a professional reviewer and reader and book influencer now. And I will be dedicating a few videos, I don't know how many, to just talk about a specific banned book. If you have a recommended banned book, or your book is controversial, and yes, I've seen that, big authors can have, their books banned, but so can indie authors, or they can be controversial. Recently, in the last couple of years, there's been a really big increase in, oh, you can't have this book here. You got to ban these books from schools, ban these books from public libraries, from bookstores. They shouldn't sell them. Boycotting because they don't like a bookstore selling a certain book. And a lot of the books over the years are classic books. They're books that I've read in high school, and that's how I learned to know what I liked and what I didn't like. I mean, I was in high school and I became a major fan of Walt Whitman and William Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe. And one of my favorite Ayn Rand books is Anthem. And that book always stood out. And I could, when I thought about the book, I've read it so many times over the years, and it's just amazing. So I have read several banned books, and I will be discussing the different books. Some are classics, some are, they're more contemporary. They're about, I guess I'll say, the sign of the times. I just heard that song on the radio. So anyways, but it's those books that are important. Can you imagine being a young child and your best friend is of, say, a different culture, a different race, whatever? There's these differences, and people are telling you, oh, you can't be friends with that person because of this, and vice versa. And you don't understand why. So, why this is a person, humanity, or being a child that has a different family than the normal, whatever they would call normal family, and not having, say, a book to read that shows shared experiences. I just can't imagine that. I taught my children through my own behavior on how I don't judge people just because of the way they look, the way they act, or because of who they love. And I am very proud of my son, and I was able to officiate his marriage ceremony to his husband. And I am very proud of my children. And it made me angry every time he faced hate and people telling him that he was going to burn in hell because of who he loved. No one should ever feel that way. So this is just the beginning, and I will start posting these videos. If you agree or disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I just want people to realize Stop censorship. It's getting to a point, and I just read an article the other day, that there was a bomb threat because a library chose to have certain books available for their readers, their library members. When is this going to end? We have a constitution for a reason, and nowhere does it say, don't write a book about LGBTQ. Don't read a book about that. Don't read a book about gender equality or gender identity, or don't read a book about anti-racism. Anyways, this has been Amy Shannon, and this is Amy's Banned Book Buzz, and look forward to some more episodes. Thank you.